Lawrence, Kansas. If you walked through the fog of smokers, past the bar of tattooed patrons, and under the decoration spiderwebs draping the Jackpot late Friday the 25th, you could find local rapper Reid Smith, aka Rabbiteater, setting up his first show after the release of his new album, Aesthetics. He explains the album as a culmination of years of past writing and performing.
Actually, before Aesthetics came out, it was just a lot of singles here and there and just kind of like random releases, random remixes for friends and kind of stuff like that. And Aesthetics was kind of a project for me where I could sit down for a whole week and really experiment with writing something cohesive and one thought altogether. And so really, like, I just wanted to test myself and see if I could write a whole album at a time, and that's what it came out to be.
While working, writing, and performing as Rabbiteater, Smith has also been making ends meet by working full-time at Chipotle for the past 2.5 years.
I would say the biggest obstacle is really just the time management. I work maybe 45 hours a week, and so coming home from an 8, 9, 10-hour day and then trying to go into the studio and do something as focused as that was really challenging some days. I really didn't want to do it some days, but I just kind of had to force it and push through and kind of just work even when I didn't have an idea, because otherwise nothing's going to get done, you know?
While touring around the Midwest, Smith still thinks of Lawrence as home, with his most committed fan base. He compares being an artist in Lawrence with the rest of the Midwest.
I think as far as Lawrence goes, it's really a more locally based town than any town I've ever performed in, because I grew up in Johnson County and that kind of music scene. I played in a band there for a long time, and really that was good. That was a great scene for bands. But here, as far as doing anything locally and anything art related, people just kind of swarm to that because they really respect the fact that it was made locally, and people really have that sense of pride in Lawrence, and that it's a bubble in the middle of Kansas that I tell people in Denver, you know, you think Kansas is this certain place where you have all these ideas about it, but really Lawrence is a bubble that's kind of like mini Denver, or, you know, any of these other cities where you have all this local emphasis and all these art related people, and it's just great because you can share that with everybody and they really support it, so it's great.
Smith shows fearlessness in the face of the hard questions. Tupac or Biggie?
Biggie. All day. I love both, but Biggie.